Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. And Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware. For all your winter storm supplies, 631-756-1125. They have the best prices in town. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, just north of the Southern State Parkway, and their website, omnitruevalue.com. We've got a cold front that is approaching and going to be moving through today, and it is producing cloudiness, and we can see it here on the satellite loop moving southeastward from the Great Lakes. There's not a whole lot of weather going on over much of the country. We've got a rather powerful storm moving into and through the Pacific Northwest, and you can see that big upper air swirl that is heading eastward. And here it is on the Canadian satellite view. See all the action in the eastern part of the United States, still being driven by this strong storm that is moving northwestward, actually, heading up into northeastern Canada. So we've got a shot of cold air that's coming down behind the front that will be here for tonight, Wednesday, and into Thursday morning before the next bounce occurs as far as the temperatures are concerned, because that storm in the Canadian Northwest is going to drive the next warm-up that we will see through the weekend. There's our front today lying to the northwest, and there are northerly winds behind it. We've northwest winds behind it, and temperatures in the 30s all the way down into Kentucky and northern West Virginia, and extending back up into the western Great Lakes. Temperatures at midday only in the teens, and the radar showing a couple of light showers that are moving eastward off the coast there of New Jersey, and also some rain and snow showers as you head up into upstate New York. A little bit of a lake effect going on behind the front up through north central and western and southwestern New York, as well as into northwestern Pennsylvania. All of this pushing through. Once the front goes by, all of that will disappear. And as far as snow is concerned, we have a few minor areas up in lake effect land that are going to see some accumulation here, have the probability of at least 2 inches of snow in the blue area. The first blue, the darkest blue, is a 50% probability, and that's usually a fairly good indicator of where there's going to be some accumulating snow. But again, with respect to the lake effect that's going on, it's really very minor, and everywhere else, obviously, not a problem. There might be a couple of snowflakes in the mix once this system moves on through, and then after that, we are going to see weather conditions begin to improve. So let's take you through the next 5 days, which look relatively uneventful, other than the fact that we are going to see the temperatures head down into the 20s to around 30 by Wednesday morning, and 20s and even a few teens possible in some of the colder spots Wednesday night into Thursday morning. But again, after that, temperatures bounce up. A little low there forms offshore tonight, pulls down that cold air. The high moves into the mid-Atlantic states. The core of the cold air will be overhead Wednesday night, and then our winds are going to turn west or west southwest on Thursday, and temperatures will start to bounce up from there and carrying us through Friday and Saturday and into the weekend. I really don't see any issues. The only thing that keeps the temperatures probably from getting as high as they did last week, there is a weak weather front here that moves through Friday night. You can barely find it, but it is there, and that's going to allow that next high you see up in Minnesota to build up into southeastern Canada over the weekend. So our winds are going to be more from the northeast, and that'll hold the temperatures down. We're still, I think, going to see temperatures climb up into the 60s by the time we get to the weekend. And then the next chance of rain is with a weak cold front that comes through on Monday with maybe a couple of showers with it's that frontal passage. And beyond that, into Thanksgiving week, onshore flow through the first part of next week to an extent, but it really does look like we could wind up being dry right through Thanksgiving Day, and we may have to wait until the day after Thanksgiving before we get into the next round of significant rain. Hurricane Iota or Iota has moved inland into Central America, made landfall last night. You can see the eye as it crosses the shore in Nicaragua as a borderline Category 5 hurricane. The landfall occurred about 15 miles from where Iota made landfall 2 weeks ago as a Category 4. This area is absolutely devastated here by these two major hurricanes within 2 weeks. It's going to continue moving westward. Actually, we're going to probably see the low center here dissipate, but there may eventually be another storm that develops in the Southwest Caribbean as that march to the through the Greek alphabet continues. And here's just a quick look at the official forecast here. You can see it just dissipates as a remnant low sometime by tomorrow morning. So as far as our temperatures are concerned, with regards to the rest of today, we're looking at highs that'll be in the upper 40s to maybe a few low 50s in southern New Jersey and down into Maryland and Delaware. Wednesday, our high temperatures are going to be a lot lower. Looking for many areas tomorrow, probably not much above the low and the low 40s, and even a few places may have a tough time getting to 40. Thursday, after the cold start, our temperatures should start to rise up into the upper 40s to maybe close to 50 degrees in some places. The map is taking forever to load here. And then by the time we get to Friday, we're going to see temperatures bounce up even higher. Again, another map that's taking its time. There we go. Temperatures on Friday should be in the upper 50s and even a few lower 60s showing up. And we should be up into the upper 50s and low 60s, or maybe even into the 60s over the weekend, depending on how much sunshine we get. Meteorologist Bill Goodman will be joining us tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:30. We had technical difficulties last week when we tried to bring him on, so keep your fingers crossed that everything works out according to plan today, and he will give you his views on what the winter is going to be like. So be sure to tune in at 7:30 Eastern Time. Weather in 5, again, brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware in West Babylon, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue, just north of the Southern State Parkway for all your winter storm needs, 631-756-1125. Have a great day, and we'll see you tonight.